रत्या चर्पत विरचितकन्तः पुण्या पुण्यविवर्जितपन्तः योगी योगनियोजितचित्तो रमते बालोन्मत्तवदेव. This is the 22nd stanza of Adi Shankaracharya's Bhajagovindam. Let us understand the meaning of this. The first line, Ratya Charpata Virachita Kantaha. What it says is, for a renunciate, for someone who has renounced this world, or to say someone who is spiritually realized, he doesn't care about his body because he no more associates himself with his body. He has expanded his consciousness and equated it to the universal consciousness, where he doesn't see himself restricted to this body. You and me, we feel this body, this is me. And as long as we think this body is me, there's a need to clothe this body, feed this body, take care of this body. And also comes happiness associated with events happening with this body and the sorrow and insults that people make. Because we get affected by someone insulting us. The question is, who is this us? This physical form, right? And this physical form having this mind, which is feeling that insult, that, oh, I have been insulted. Who is this I? For a renunciate, for a monk, for someone who is spiritually realized, he is no more this body. So he doesn't even care about clothing. The first line says that for a monk, he doesn't even need clothes. Pieces of rags of cloth lying here and there on the streets, that's his clothing. He just needs a piece of cloth to cover. That's about it. He doesn't even care whether he's fully dressed. He doesn't even need those rags of clothes. He just needs them because society, gets offended if he is naked. So just to cover his private parts, he just needs some pieces of cloth, rags, which he can find anywhere. He doesn't really need clothes. And the second line says, Punya Punya Vivarjita Pantaha. Pant is basically a pandit or very knowledgeable one. So Punya Punya Vivarjita. Vivarjita means he is beyond, he has left. What? Punya, apunya. Punya means punya and apunya, punya and papa. So for him, good deeds and sins, he is beyond all this because he is beyond duality. He has surpassed his bodily consciousness. What is good, what is bad, what is a sin and what is a good deed for him? It's all the same. He has left these concepts of good, bad, punya, papa. He has risen beyond these things. The third line goes, Yogi Yoga Niyojita Chitto. Yogi, he is a yogi. Chitta is his mind. Where is his mind? Yoga Niyojita. He is completely self-absorbed in his self. And his self is not this egoistic self here. It is basically that universal self which has manifested into every living and non-living being here. Every physical manifestation, anything which we see physically, is nothing but the manifestation of that supreme self, which is also within us. He has, through his sadhana practice, gone to a stage where he is completely self-absorbed, eternally living with the truth forever. And when he goes to that state, how does he appear externally is what they are talking about. So, he doesn't need clothes, any rags are fine. He is beyond papa and punya, and he is forever self-absorbed. Great, but externally for people like us who have not yet realized ourselves, for us, how does he look like? He looks like balonmatta. Balonmatta means he looks like a child. His actions will be similar to that of children, even though he could be an adult in age. His actions are innocent. He is like a child. Unmatta means the enthusiasm of a child. You see his behavior as childish, sometimes mad. Probably this is the reason why some saints were thought to be mad. Like some classic cases are the Sai Baba of Shirdi. Similarly, there was Seshadri Swami in Arunachalam. These people were considered mad people. And sometimes we wonder, people who are actually looking like mad people on the streets, not taking bath for months, not even caring about how they look, whether they are dressed and not dressed. Who knows, one of them could be a spiritually realized saint, you never know. Because many spiritually realized saints were mad from the society's point of view. Society always thought these people are mad. Like Sai Baba in so many cases sounded as if he's mad. The kind of emotions he has. Sai Baba, even in his older age, used to play marbles with kids. They are like kid. Balonmatta. Balonmatta is unmatta. Unmatta is, it's not even enthusiasm, it is little beyond. Unmatta is almost madness. The madness of a child, an innocent child, childish behavior. Like a child doesn't care, right? He doesn't know that he should not poke his nose in public, or he can't say something or not say something. If you have seen children, they don't even care. They are just playing despite so many adults watching them, or they're doing some mischief in front of everyone, or even when they're eating food, it looks like small kids are eating in a very uncivilized way. Why? Because it is innocence. It is that pure innocence. They are still, their ego has not yet developed fully. So this body consciousness, I conscious has not yet come. It is still in the forming. Due to that, they really don't care. Like small little kids cry in public, they make a nuisance. Will you and I as adults do that? No, because we are conscious. Because how can I cry? Even if we are emotional, we will try to stop our tears. Even if we are very angry, we will try to control our anger. We are very happy, we are very excited, we are very nervous. All emotions will try to suppress them, because we have a notion of ourselves. We think, I am this. How can I, being an adult of this age, cry in public? How can I display my emotions? How can I speak the truth? Sometimes kids just speak whatever comes to their mind. Like kids might suddenly come and tell you that you're looking so fat. As adults, we don't do that, right? But maybe the kids spoke because that's the fact, and they don't care. They don't still understand this notion of I, and maybe I should not be saying such things. Okay, I might be misinterpreted by the people of the society. No, they are beyond this. I mean, children's ego is not zero. As a human being who has taken birth, their ego is still evolving slowly. But that is what a saintly behavior is compared to. He is like a child. In fact, Seshadri Swami, one of the saints of Arunachalam, most of the people used to think he is mad. Most of the people used to think he is mad with his actions. He used to not take bath at all. Maybe once in 2 months, once in 3 months. He will not take bath. He will not comb his hair. He will never apply oil to his head. He'll never use any cosmetic. He'll never cook. He never had a house. He was a roaming monk, like a mad monk. He used to go and eat wherever food is available. Sometimes when people offer food, he will not eat it. He'll throw it like a child. He will sometimes eat half and throw half. Sometimes he'll eat stale food which is like 7 days old and which is stinking. He doesn't care. Punya vivarjita. Good, bad, he is beyond this. He is beyond good tastes and bad tastes also. What is going into the mouth, he is eating just to keep this body alive. And there's no requirement. And in Seshadri Swami's story, it is said that sometimes he goes without food for weeks and months. Very often. And sometimes when he eats, he will eat the food of 10 people. He is hungry, he will eat. He will never care what society thinks about him. Sometimes he is wearing clothes, sometimes he is not wearing clothes. He doesn't care. Sometimes he used to just stare into the sky and laugh for 30 minutes. And no one knows why. Obviously, these are signs of a mad person, right? But then if you look at a child, a child also does the same things. The child is laughing and crying, and the child doesn't even care that people are watching the child and he should not be crying in public, because that ego sense has not yet fully developed. So, balonmatta. So, bala is child like. Unmatta is like that energy, madness, energy of madness. So they are describing how a saint looks like here. He doesn't care about his body. He is completely self-absorbed. He is beyond duality of good, bad, papa and punya. But for the external world, he looks like a madman. In fact, majority of great saints have been dismissed as being mad, including whether it is Jesus Christ, whether it is anyone, even Ramana Maharshi at some point was considered mad. So many great people, in fact, most spiritually realized people, have been considered mad by the society because they don't care about the body, neither they care about the society. They are completely immersed into the ultimate truth within themselves. They found it within themselves and they don't care. So that is how this stanza, the 22nd stanza of Bhajagovindam, describes the qualities, external qualities and the internal qualities of a spiritually realized person. So until we meet again with the 23rd stanza, see you guys. Bye bye.